In the year 2050, the bustling factories of the world may undergo a silent revolution. Humans, once the lifeblood of the industry, would have to watch from the sidelines. The silver screen painted a vivid picture of our imaginations, with robots performing tasks with impeccable precision. But is this dystopian dream itching closer to our reality? From the food that we eat, the packages we receive, to the art that defines our culture, machines are becoming uncannily adept. So, we're led to a profound and slightly unsettling question. Are machines truly coming for every job out there?
I forgot my tools again.
Before we dissect the future, we need to look back, way back, to a time when machines were the new kids on the block. Picture this: England, early 19th century. Artisans, skilled in their crafts, dominated the market. These were proud craftsmen and women shaping the economy one thread, one shoe, one wooden panel at a time. Then, a new wave began to crash. Machines, promising faster productions and more profits, started creeping into workshops, and they brought with
of firing and ransacking took place, and it continued for about 20 minutes from both sides. A great many of the windows were broke by firing into the mill, and with sticks the door was knocked down, but no entrance could be obtained. When several of the aforesaid were wounded, they were obliged to run away, and they scampered in all directions. From the testimonies of those involved in the attack, and later arrested and questioned, it is clear the Luddites were armed and well organized.
The Luddites were not just angry workers, but a symbol of an era. They were named after the possible mythical Ned Ludd, who allegedly smashed 2 stocking frames in a fit of rage. And thus, a movement was born. The Luddites, resenting the intrusion of these soulless machines, didn't just complain, they revolted, breaking machinery, setting factories aflame, all in the defense of their livelihood. This resistance wasn't just about machines replacing jobs, it was about identity, purpose, and the essence of human craftsmanship being threatened. It begs the question, are we, in our tech-savvy age, any different from the Luddites? Do we too fear the unknown, especially when it threatens our very existence? From the fires of Luddite rebellion arose the dawn of a new era, the Industrial Revolution, a time when chimneys painted the skies and gears and cogs wove the fabric of progress. Inventions sprang forth like never before: the spinning jenny, power loom, a mighty steam engine. Human hands were being replaced by mechanized might at an astonishing pace. Yet, for every gleaming machine, there was a shadow. Workers, many just children, labored long hours under dangerous conditions, and the specter of an unemployment loomed large. Indeed, some jobs dwindled. Artisan weavers, once proud pillars of their communities, found their skills outdated, their prestige eroded. But here's where the story takes a twist. While certain professions waned, new ones emerged. The revolution wasn't just about machines. It was about transforming economies, creating urban hubs, and forging novel industries. Factory supervisors, machine mechanics, railway workers, roles that hadn't existed before became the lifeblood of the new age. Population surged in cities, trade expanded, and economic power shifted. The Industrial Revolution teaches us a paradox. Progress might unsettle the familiar, even destroy it. But in its wake, it sows the seed of new opportunities, new challenges. Perhaps the real question isn't about whether jobs would vanish, but about our readiness to adapt, to evolve, and to dance to the ever-changing tune of progress. As the dust settled on the industrial era, a new frontier silently unveiled itself. No longer did machines mean just gears, levers, and steam. Now they had a new face: the computer. These weren't just fancy calculators, they were the harbingers of a digital age capable of tasks that once required hours of human labor. From plotting space missions to managing banking systems, computers began reshaping the very foundations of our society. And with their rise came a familiar echo of anxiety. Routine tasks, once that employed thousands, think typists, clerks, accountants, were now on the digital chopping block. Software could churn out work faster with fewer errors and without coffee breaks. As technology evolved, so did automation. The personal computer revolutionized homes and offices. The internet connected the globe, and now AI is blurring the lines between what's humanly possible and what's digitally achievable. Today, chatbots manage our queries and questions, algorithms play the stock market, and robots handle our online shopping orders. Automation isn't just about replacing physical labor, it's streamlining thought processes, decision-making, even creativity. But among this whirlwind of changes, a new narrative emerges. It's not just about humans versus machines, it's about collaboration, synergy, the blend of human intuition with computational prowess. In this grand digital symphony, the question remains, are we mere spectators or are we conductors shaping the rhythm, pace, and harmony of tomorrow? In this vast digital landscape, a new titan arises, often whispered about. Its name, artificial intelligence, or AI, for those in the know.
That Siri thing on your iPhone can do a lot of things you may not have known it can do.
For decades, human beings have played games against computers. At first, computers struggled, but then they started winning.
Watson!
What is greed?
Yes.
And now they've become so dominant that they're raising doubts about the future of humanity. The latest emblem for existential dread is Google's DeepMind project, which created AlphaGo, an AI program that's become unbeatable at the most complex strategy game on the planet. While the game of checkers has 10 to the power of 20 possible outcomes, and a game of chess has 10 to the power of 40 possible outcomes, Go has more than 10 to the power of 80 possible outcomes. AlphaGo is trained to analyze situations itself by breaking the game down into tiny parts and visualizing all possible moves. Last week, it played the world's best Go player, 19-year-old Kerjir, with the help of a human handler. AlphaGo beat him 3 times, and after doing what it was designed to do, retired from the game.
From voice assistants in our pockets to cars that don't need us behind the wheel, AI isn't just a sci-fi trope, it's today's reality. But what exactly is it? At its core, AI is a set of algorithms, a series of mathematical instructions that allow machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. It's not just about crunching numbers faster than a human can, it's about pattern recognition, decision-making, and learning from experiences, all without human intervention. Imagine the human brain with its complex web of neurons. AI, in a way, attempts to replicate this, not in biology, but in code. Neural networks and deep learning aren't just buzzwords, they're the building blocks of modern AI. From art to weather predictions and medical diagnostics to gaming, AI's influence is pervasive. It's not about creating machines that think like us, but machines that think for themselves, yet in service of our goals. But as we marvel at this, a lingering thought remains. Do we truly understand the force we've unleashed? And where does it take us from here?
These mini modular robots can configure themselves to make, move, or enhance furniture. They're called Roombots, and they're made by the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Lausanne, or EPFL for short. These autonomous, rollable, stackable robotic orbs can lock onto each other to form a variety of shapes and perform a variety of functions.
So as the sun rises in the AI-driven era, the shadows it casts are felt in various corners of the job market. Let's journey into some industries that are at the forefront of this seismic shift. Manufacturing, once the stronghold of human precision and skill, now it's a synchronized dance of robots. They don't tire, they don't ask for breaks, and their precision is unmatched. Where humans once stood shoulder to shoulder, piecing together the wonders of engineering, robots now dominate, their rhythm dictated by lines of code. But it's not just the factory floors. Head over to the world of data entry, and the landscape is changing just as radically. Endless hours of manual input, that's becoming history. Advanced AI systems can now scan, read, and input data at lightning speeds, and with minimal errors. The sheer volume they handle is beyond human capacity. Then, there's a customer support. The times you'd be put on hold, listening to that jingle that would just never leave your head, enter AI. AI-driven chatbots and voice assistants are now the first line of defense, addressing basic queries, guiding users, and even processing returns or complaints. It's undeniable. The work canvas is being repainted with broad digital strokes. But as machines claim these roles, it leaves us pondering, what's this human place in this evolving masterpiece? From the depths depths of binary code, a new kind of artist emerge. AI isn't just taking on routine tasks, it's venturing into territories we once believed were uniquely human.
All of this art was entirely computer-generated by artificial intelligence. Using platforms like Midjourney, you can simply type in whatever phrase you want, and the system will generate a piece of art for you within a minute. There's plenty of AI art generators out there. Some are free, and some are paid and more robust. But these generators are perfect for creating concept art for games or films, or maybe creating some cool album art for musicians. But many artists are starting to feel like the computer overlords are going to kill their art form, while others think the AI will act as a powerful tool to enhance their art. What do you think? Are artists doomed?
Art, the sacred realm of human emotion, intuition, and creativity. Yet here we are, in an age where algorithms craft masterpieces rivaling seasoned painters. These aren't just pixels and patterns, they carry stories, evoke emotions, and challenge our very understanding of creativity. Is it the artist's touch or the algorithm's ingenuity? The lines are blurred.
What if I told you that an AI wrote this chord progression?
Music, the universal language. AI dives into this realm too, composing melodies, suggesting lyrics, even predicting the next chart toppers. From classical symphonies to catchy pop hooks, its range is vast and its potential untapped. But now let's step away from the canvas and microphone into advanced fields. AI isn't just a participant, it's a collaborator, assisting researchers predicting molecular interactions, even aiding surgeons with intricate procedures. In healthcare, AI's precision and analytical prowess are invaluable, diagnosing diseases, analyzing scans, and even personalizing treatment. It's not just about technology, it's about enhancing human capability and amplifying our potential. So as we stand on this precipice of innovation, gazing into a future where AI crafts, creates, and collaborates, we're left to wonder, is it a mere tool or is it becoming a partner in our shared human journey? So now let's shift our gaze to the everyday, the places where many of us live and work, the realm of routine and repetition. These tasks, while seemingly simple, form the lifeblood of countless industries. But in this dance of repetition, there's a new performer taking the stage. AI thrives here. Its ability to perform the same task tirelessly without deviation and at speeds we can't even imagine makes it a formidable force in this domain. Consider the vast warehouses. Humans once roamed aisles, counting, checking, updating. Now, drones, they zip by, scanning and updating inventories in real time, no coffee breaks needed. What about customer service? Where once human patience was tested every minute, AI chatbots now field queries, manage complaints, even upsell, all with unwavering digital charm. And in the echoing halls of finance, well, manual data entries, basic analysis, tasks are increasingly left to algorithms, freeing humans for more strategic, nuanced decisions. So with all this, a question looms large. If AI handles the routine, what unique value do we as humans bring to the table? Perhaps the answer lies not in what we do, but how we think and feel.
90% of the conversations in advertising land is about how it used to be or AI is coming. Nobody pays attention to today, and today's the only thing that matters. A million things are gonna change. Television as we know it is dying in front of our faces. It's all gonna be streaming, connected TV. AI is going to accelerate at scale over the next 10 years and take away a lot of the things that a lot of us do every day so that we can do better things. Everyone's like, they're gonna take our jobs. Nothing's gonna take your job if you're willing to adjust and do something that's more valuable. Tractors took people's jobs away. People left farms and did other things. Like, there'll be plenty to do. I didn't begin to think about 5 or 10 years from now. I'm just desperate to get this office to care about today. The problem with the industry is we completely romance yesterday. Everybody loves everything that happened in the past.
40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology.
I would say displaceable.
In the grand tapestry of AI's influence, these threads of human stories stand out, stark and poignant. They remind us technology evolves, sectors adapt, but it's the human spirit, its tenacity and adaptability that truly defines our age. Amidst all of this, there are realms where the human essence isn't just preferred, it's irreplaceable. Let's delve into these sanctuaries of the soul. Creativity. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and breathtakingly beautiful. While AI can replicate patterns, can it truly feel the anguish of a painter or the elation of a musician. Then there's the balm of human connections, therapists, coaches, counselors. Their roles go beyond mere conversation. It's about reading between the lines, sensing the unsaid, and offering a safe space. A machine may analyze patterns, but can it really feel compassion? And there are professions that merge artistry with precision. Craftsmen, artisans, restorers, their hands tell tales of tradition and tenacity. So in a world racing towards automation, these sanctuaries remind us of our innate strengths, creativity, empathy, craftsmanship, qualities that are profoundly, undeniably human. And while AI makes strides, there are paths it may never fully tread. It's not a scene from a sci-fi saga, but a reflection of today's reality. As AI challenges the best of us in games of strategy, we're compelled to ask, can it truly understand nuance? From courtrooms to care clinics, from boardrooms to battlefields, human decisions are often draped in layers of subtlety and context. While artificial neural networks can process vast data, predict patterns, even adapt, they often grapple with tasks steeped in deep nuance. Think of it as reading a book. AI can swiftly read the words, even interpret the grammar, but can it truly feel the pulse of the narrative, the undertones of sarcasm, the weight of unsaid emotions? This isn't about undermining AI, it's a reminder of the complexity, depth, and richness of human cognition. We might share a world with machines, but there remain realms they're yet to conquer. And perhaps for the sake of our shared future, that's a comforting thought. So as we stand at this AI-human crossroads, perhaps it's not about who will dominate, it's about partnership, about crafting a symphony where each plays their own part in strength. The augmentation theory isn't just a concept, it's a roadmap to our coexistence. So as we envision a future shimmering with promise, AI's economic dance is one of the grace and dynamism, efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and groundbreaking innovation. Welcome to the golden age of augmented economics. So now we're faced with a moral quandary. How do we ensure that the AI revolution uplifts all, not just a select few? It's not just a question of innovation, it's a question of our shared humanity. As dawn breaks, a new world stirs, a world where the line between work and play, labor and leisure isn't just blurred, it's being redrawn. The cubicles, the 9-to-5 grind, echoes of a bygone era. Today's work is fluid, decentralized, constantly evolving. Jobs of yesteryears fade, making way for roles we hadn't imagined. Creativity, empathy, innovation, the currencies of the new age worker. And as work transforms, so does leisure. It's no longer just an off time, it's a space for exploration, self-growth, and community building. Tech isn't just for work. Our leisure moments are punctuated by AI, offering experiences richer, deeper, more immersive. But amidst this digital immersion, a renaissance of the tangible emerges. Hands-on, grassroots, community-centric endeavors flourish, blending the best of tech and touch.
A few hundred years ago, many people in society thought that maybe not everyone needed to be able to read and write. Back then, many people were attending fields or herding sheep, so maybe there was less need for written communication. And all that was needed was for the high priests and priestesses and monks to be able to read the holy book. And the rest of us could just go to the temple or church or the holy building and sit and listen to the high priests and priestesses read to us. Fortunately, we've since figured out that we can build a much richer society if lots of people can read and write. Today, AI is in the hands of the high priests and priestesses. These are the highly skilled AI engineers, many of whom work in the big tech companies. And most people have access only to the AI that they build for them. I think that we can build a much richer society if we can enable everyone to help to write the future.
History isn't just a record of time, it's a mirror, reflecting not just fears but triumphs. So as we stand together on today's AI frontier, maybe it's time to draw courage from the chapters we've already penned. The greatest feats aren't just about momentum, they're about balance. In our AI-driven odyssey, that balance is the beacon. Preparedness, not paranoia. Equipping generations with tools and tenacity, ensuring organizations remain as humane as they are efficient.
The challenge will be in the next year is, can people figure out valuable uses to get the most from it? And so in mergers and acquisitions, small businesses, organizations of any size, I think what's going to happen is they're going to realize it doesn't have to replace all your people, but it can lower costs.
Balance in action. Enterprises that pivot with purpose. Nations that nurture both tech and talent. Proof that it's possible. As we stride into the digital dawn, let's not just race ahead blindly, let's harmonize, humanize, and strike the right balance. After all, the future is not just about innovation, it's about integration. The tides of time are turning, propelled by algorithms and AI, yet in this transformative age, your greatest asset isn't a chip or a code, it's your adaptability. Stay informed. Every bite of knowledge you gather is a step forward, understanding this ever-evolving world. Be adaptive, because the jobs of tomorrow might be different, but they still need that human touch. That's where you come in. And most importantly, be proactive. Don't wait for the future to arrive, shape it, mold it, and be part of its creation. The landscape of AI is vast and varied, and we're all students on its horizons. Now, I've got a quick question for you. Do you think AI will take over your job? Drop your thoughts, predictions, and opinions down in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. If you like this video, want to see more like it, feel free to like, subscribe, click that bell. It really means a lot. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.